We have all of these fun elements in these pockets. You can do it however you want. All these little tags. You can use those for gifts or you can write on them. Here's this, ready for you to put a picture in. All of these frames or whatever you feel like, write in them. Tags. This is one of my favorites. Another frame. Merry Christmas. Here's another frame, little tags. Here's this pocket just filled. I love that ticket. I like that one too. You could do whatever you want. Great big bookmark. Even this one. Another bookmark. And we'll use my kit from my Etsy website, collagetype.etsy.com. This is the Christmas velvet. Some of these I printed on backside, some I did not. We'll use these tools, hole punch, corner punch, burnisher, scissors, clear plastic ruler, different kinds of glue, whatever you like, and I think I'm going to use this Hickory Smoke Gray ink. Now I've cut everything out. There was a lot to cut in this kit. I have tags, file tabs, I have all of these, inserts, bookmarks, pockets. So I'm going to ink the edges, and the way I'll do that is I'll take this. Sometimes I use this, but I think I'm not going to. I think I'll just use this by itself. And I will begin just going along these edges. See this? Let's get rid of that so it doesn't make a big mess. I like this because it's kind of messy. You can't control it as well. So I'll just show you how I do this. I'm not going to do them all right now for the camera. This is our spine for our book, which I probably don't need to do that tops yet till I'm done with the journal. Now I'll take this corner punch. I like this one because you can see through it. And I'll do these. Make sure you get them all the way in there. Then when I'm done doing these, I'll take my ink here. See how you have a little bit of white edge right there? I like to do that because then I print on cardstock. So if I make any mistakes, I need to do this one a little bit better right there. I don't think I did that corner. If I make any mistakes in my cutting out, this ink will cover that up. Now I'm folding my journal pages in half like this, right sides together with these white sides out, taking a burnisher. I like a nice sharp crease. Then I will open each one up, make sure they're all going the right direction. After you have them all going the right side together, before we get ready to glue them, make sure they're in the order that you want them to go. So, for example, I'm trying to mix up the greens a little bit and the ivories. And contemplating my front page. Now I'm preparing to glue right sides together. Make sure you open each one before you glue it to the next one to make sure they're going in the right direction. I like to use this glue stick. I get around the edges really really well right in through here. You can always leave a little section on the edge open if you want to make a little secret pocket. I always open the page and make sure. Try to line this up as best as I can. Also, I like this glue stick as it's a little bit forgiving. Let's open it up like this. Sometimes I find that this way is easier. Might have to do a little trimming after you glue it all up. Now when your book is dry and drying, you want to open it up and kind of take a look at it. Make sure everything's right. Sometimes your pages on the edges might stick together a little bit. You also might need to do a little trimming if you did what I did and you don't get it on there quite exactly right. Also, this is where this ink comes in so handy to cover up your mistakes. So you can kind of go like that. See our spine there? We're going to cover that up. So I'm going to, now I have this measured, cut, and glued. Remember, I can't stress it enough. Make sure everything's going the right way. I cut this before I glued it. I'm going to get this on. I think I did a pretty good job there. Now you got a nice spine, hide all your folds. You have nice thick pages in your junk journal because they're double-sided. I use 65-pound cardstock. I'm going to put some file tabs on my pages. So I folded these in half like this. I'll glue this little edge in there, and then I laid them out here to know how I want them to go. I already inked the edges of these. This is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to move my book a little bit out of the way. So you glue that edge there. You could glue the whole thing. It doesn't have to be very neat here and here. Just want to make sure you get the edges. I already did that one, and I know that, let's make sure I only grabbed one page. I know that the way I laid them out, they're going to kind of look like that, with that V right there in the center. Then you'll do that just like that. I'm doing this pocket now. 1, 2, and 3. Not sure where the number 1 went, why that didn't print on there. And I used my ruler, folded those down. I did 1 first, and then I did number 2 side, and then I did number 3. Then I'm going to take my ink before I glue it down into the book and kind of get in there. Okay. Now I'm taking this slant pocket, and I already folded those up a little bit. So I fold number 1 there, and I'm going to clean that up a little bit. I'm just going to cut that right there so you don't see it. Here's number 2 that way, and I like a little edge on that pocket, so it's going to look like that. And you could clean that up a little bit too if you wanted less. Okay, so there we go. I decided to put this pocket here and the slant pocket there. You could go that way. You just kind of, decide where you want to do it. So now I'll show you how I'm going to set it in there. I'm just going to take number 1, even though it's not marked, we know that's 1. So you can see where I began to print and my printer ran out of ink. So then I'm going to do number 2, and then number 3. Make sure you do your best to not get any. Oops, kind of got a lot right there. Remember, I already inked those edges. We're going to put that right here. This is kind of a good page to do it on because you can line up with those lines on the journal page. So now that pocket's ready to go. We can fill that when we're done. And now let's do this pocket. We're going to do the same. I think I'll put a little extra right there. I'm going to get number 3. Number 1 right here. So you can follow this guide too if you want and use some of the paper I include, solid sheets, make another pocket if you want more than one. You can do so many creative things. You could take another sheet like this one and cut a triangle and make it, you know, even more special. So I'm going to put this. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let me pick that up real quick. I forgot to ink it. Let me ink that edge. I'm glad I remembered before I got it down. Again, I like to ink these edges. It covers up any mistakes I may have made. Nice and sticky mess I got going on here. I'm going to do the same right here. I'm going to eye that up. And now that pocket's in. Now I'll take some of these frames. I cut the centers out with an X-Acto blade, and I decided where did I want them. I have a pocket here. I think I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to put this one here because I kind of like this oval shape with the oval. I'll put this one here. And pocket there. Contemplating. Oh, I like that one there. I like how these colors kind of tie in. So here's what I'll do. You can either put your picture in there in advance. Let's say this is your picture. You cut it to fit, or I'm going to do it this way because I'm going to give this as a gift to someone, and I'm going to glue all of the just the outer edge of these 3 edges here so that they'll be able to slip in a picture. Maybe should I go there or there? I think I'll go here. Oh, I like these stripes too. I can line it up. So now, this is a gift for my sister-in-law. She'll be able to slip a picture in right there. She might have to lift up. So I took this bookmark and I punched a hole with these. And I forgot I was going to do this. I'm going to put a hole reinforcement on it. Maybe something light in color. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to do this. Normally I put that first and then punch the hole, but that worked out that time. That way your hole is lined up and even. I'm going to put this in. And I'm beginning to fill this up. Oh yeah, this is looking really good. I love that little ticket right there.